What's up, you salty sea dogs, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. McKay, and today me and Danny are bringing you a full gameplay guide of how to sloop Flameheart's ghost fleets with no other crews assisting in the battle. The video will show the entire battle from start to finish, with me voicing over what we are doing at certain points of the battle. I hope this type of guide is helpful. I was going to do a shorter guide, but I thought a full battle breakdown would show more. So please comment below your thoughts as to make my channel better. Now let's get into it. So, before the battle, you want to make sure you stock up your ship with between 100 and 200 cannonballs, have 100 planks, and a variety of food. This is before you go into the battle, but just remember that some of the ghost ships drop storage crates that have about 30 cannonballs and about 30 planks in. So now we are approaching the fight of Flameheart.
All are merely facets of a greater land of this world. Self-righteous obstinance is proof enough that the Sea of Thieves is infested with honor and sacrifice. Disease. The fires of spring will purify the waves. I shall reign above an empire of flame. And for my first decree, I order your annihilation.
The next tip is to know your roles on the ship. So obviously if you're slooping, you only have 2 people. Now I'm steering and doing the sails and occasionally bailing, while Danny is on the cannons and repairing as well as bailing, but he's mostly on the cannons. So obviously while I'm steering, I spot out the ships and then tell Danny which side to shoot on. So just know your roles and it helps a lot. The next tip is ship positioning. You want to make sure when you enter the battle, you position your ship so your cannons can attack the closest ships. You want to single out the ghost ships. Just watch the beginning and you'll see what I mean.
Pirate Lord awaits arrival. I'll strike back twice as hard.
So as you just seen then, it takes 3 cannonballs to destroy a standard ghost ship with the tattered sails. Now what I'm doing now is I'm positioning the ship to basically be coming at the ghost ships coming towards us, so we can attack from the front of the ships. So the ships will come at us. Now if you watch, you'll see us take down a couple ships.
Loss changes nothing. New ship. Excellent.
Another good tip, as you're seeing in the footage, one of the ghost ships is broadsiding us, so you want to basically turn to the left, try to get behind him, so you use your other side cannons to attack. Now as you can also see, I have another ship coming at me from the right, so always keep an eye out for where the ships are coming from, and then you need to tell the guy on the cannons which side to shoot from. Let's continue.
Tired.
Now, see that takedown of those two ships was good maneuvering. Now I have a ghost ship coming in the front. Now I want to position myself so I'm at the front of the ghost ship, so Danny can now use the left side cannon to destroy it. Now let's continue. Another little tip is while your other crew member is repairing and there's a ghost ship coming at you, don't hesitate to straighten up the ship and jump on the cannons yourself, like I'm doing right here to take on the ghost ship coming at us. Let's continue. See, in this bit of the battle, Danny is taking on one ghost ship on the right, and there's one coming at us on the left, so I jump on the cannon and I start shooting as well. So you can do that as long as you know that your ship's not going to crash or there's no other ghost ships, so constantly keep your eye out for the ghost ships. Let's continue. Now at this stage in the fight we have cleared the first round. Now the second round will have harder ships, as you will see in a minute. Right, so for taking on the harder ships, me and Danny's tactic normally is to take out the 3-hit ghost ships around the outside escorting it, and then basically just concentrate then your fire on the ones with the sails. Now the ones with the sails drop loot, so you definitely want to make sure you sink them when there's no other ghost ships around so you can collect the loot. Let's continue. Now unfortunately at this stage in the fight, Danny's game crashed, so it's now up to me to basically defend the ship and repair it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just concentrating on repairs, bailing, and then just kind of staying clear from battle until Danny returns. Now I could go in solo, but I don't really want to risk it because I'm the only ship in the actual fight, so let's just continue. As you just saw, Danny is just joining back in, and on our left we have 2 of the 3-hit ghost ships, and obviously the one that's about 10 to 15 cannon shots. So we're going to come across the front of those ships and see if we can take them out. So let's continue. So as you just saw in that little engagement, we kind of got a little bit close to the one with the sails, and it hit us with the Wraith cannonball. Now this cannonball is quite dangerous. It does one big hole plus a few other little holes, and it rocks the boat pretty bad. So while Danny is downstairs repairing, I just basically took over the cannons and took it down. And now what we're going to do, we're going to swing around it and pick up the loot that the ship dropped. So let's continue. Now, a great tip, as you're probably well aware, when you find the loot in the water, you want to make sure you use your harpoon to collect the loot instead of jumping in the water. Right, now obviously with other ships that join the battle, sometimes obviously multiple ships will kind of converge on the loot, especially from the burning blade. So swinging in with the harpoon to get as much loot as possible is what you want to do. But obviously considering we're by ourselves, we have all the time in the world, so let's just collect this loot and then we'll continue the fight.
Surely you don't expect me to try.
As you can see, while collecting loot, you want to keep your eyes open for where the other ghost ships are. Because as you can see, we have the 2 other ghost ships coming up from the rear. So luckily I spotted them and I jumped on the cannon. Let's continue the fight.
You only can.
Also another tip, as you just saw, that ghost ship dropped some gunpowder barrels, or some ghostly gunpowder barrels out from behind the ship. So never follow the ships directly from behind, otherwise you will meet your explosive end. Let's continue.
Much longer can you last out here?
So what me and Danny are doing right now is we are pursuing the last ships. As I said before, you want to concentrate on the 3-hit ghost ships before taking on the sailed ones, because then you can just concentrate on the sailed ones. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get an angle for Danny to shoot, either from the rear, but all depends on where you're going and if you've got the wind with you. So let's just continue and we'll see.
Your battle ends here.
So now that you've taken down the second ghost ship with the flame sails, it will now drop additional loot like the first one did. So you want to swing up, pick that up, and if you noticed, just a minute ago we sailed over some floating ghouls in the ocean and there was one box. Well, that is a storage crate dropped from a 3-hit skeleton ship, because some of them drop them. They can be sold to merchants, so make sure you swing by and pick them up. Not to mention they give you those much needed cannonballs and planks. So let's continue.
Summon reinforcements.
See, as you can see here, I'm working my hardest here trying to get the loot up as quickly as possible while Danny is defending the ship from the oncoming ghost ships. So just remember when you're stopping for loot that you are vulnerable. Let's continue. So this is the third wave of ghost ships, and as you've noticed by now, there are only the 3 hit ghost ships in this round. Once you've destroyed enough of them, Flameheart will then summon the Burning Blade. So let's continue. So another little tip, as you just saw my cheeky little maneuver there, I line myself up with the storage crate in the water, and I use the harpoon while moving to grab the storage crate. Now you can do this on any of the ships. It's just a quick little tip. So let's continue. So as you can see in this bit here, obviously I have multiple ships basically coming at me and I'm heading towards. Now you don't want to be in the middle of all the ghost ships because you will get pounded. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to work my way out towards the edge of the perimeter to basically then work my way back in, attacking the ships on the outside, working inwards. So let's continue.
I'm not beaten yet! I let him all that came from. Pure luck. Can you match my strength?
So as you can see, I'm constantly looking out for where the other ghost ships are. Now the ones in front of me are sailing away, so it's just going to take a long time to chase after them. So what I've just done, I've just raised the sail a bit to do a sharp left turn, so I can get basically on the rear of the ghost ship that's coming behind, and then obviously the other ghost ships that are circling around should come at me that way. So let's continue. So as you can see, we have done enough of the 3 skeleton ships for the wave to end, and now it's the wave with the burning blade. So let's continue. So as you see, there was not much I could have done to avoid basically ramming into the ghost ships. But basically the ship that is in the center of those 3 skeleton ships is the Burning Blade. The sails are much darker than the other ones with the sails, so that is the ship that you want to target. Now there is another ship out here that's got sails that will drop loot, but if you really just want to kill the Burning Blade for the accommodation, or you want to get that Burning Blade sweet loot, basically now you want to concentrate your fire on clearing 3 skeleton ships around the Burning Blade, and then concentrating fire on the Burning Blade. Once you've sunk it, the entire world event is done, and then he will give you the loot that you need. So let's continue. So now as you see, I'm trying to position the ship to give Danny the best angle on the cannons as possible, and we're just concentrating on trying to sink the Burning Blade, because once you sink the Burning Blade, the entire event ends and all the other ghost ships disappear. So let's see how it goes. See, as you can see, the game isn't playing fair at this point. The shroud is coming in and we're about to lose sight of the burning blade. So as long as you keep your focus on the burning blade, in this situation you should be able to prevail. So let's continue.
I'll never surrender. Never! The burning blade has fallen. Impossible!
So there you have it. Burning Blade has been defeated. Now as you saw, all the other ghost ships disappear, and obviously you get the prompt for basically the finish of the world event. So now the Burning Blade will drop a ton of loot, including Captain Skulls and not the curse, but the ghoulish, ghostly cannonballs that give you the race shots. So basically just roll up to that, make sure obviously you're clear from ships, and collect the loot. So there you have it then, folks. I hope you liked the guide video on how to take out Flameheart's ghost fleet on a sloop, and the way I did it with a full battle breakdown instead of a short guide video. If you liked the concept, please comment down below and then it'll help improve my channel. If you did like it, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel to get to about 100 subscribers and obviously more. Yeah, so obviously your subscription helps out a lot. I've been Dr. McKay, and as always, happy sailing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.